Are you a cyclist? Do you know what is FTP? How to find your FTP and how to improve it? Allow me to explain. Welcome to Cycling After 40. FTP stands for Functional Threshold Power and is the maximum average power that you can maintain for 1 hour. Your threshold is the point when your body starts producing more lactic acid than it can clear out of your muscles. When you're pedaling below threshold, you are working aerobically, and you could sustain such an effort for a long period of time. When you're pedaling at or above threshold, you are anaerobic, which means you'll only be able to hold that effort level for a limited time before there is too much lactate in your muscles and your body forces you to slow down. To find the FTP, you can go outside, find a flat road, and take your bicycle and ride it for 60 minutes. After 60 minutes, the average power is your FTP. Or you can do it indoors. You don't rely on the weather, traffic. Basically, you will have ideal conditions to do the test. One of the best known testing methods is a 20-minute test. You ride at your highest sustainable power for 20 minutes. FTP is calculated as 95% of the average power output for the 20 minutes. Try to reproduce the same conditions each test. This means use the same stretch of road or always use the same trainer. Make sure you are fresh. The previous few days should be light in terms of training load. Properly warm up. Okay, so you found your FTP. Now what? What does that value say about your FTP? To be honest, not too much. Why? Let me show you. You will say that more power is better. Indeed, it's true. This is valid only if you go on flat, but if you go uphill, different story. The higher your FTP, the faster you'll be able to ride, especially on flat and rolling terrain. As you ride up steep, long climbs, power to weight becomes more important. Let's take, for example, a person with an FTP of 200 and weight around 100 kilos. In this case, the power to weight ratio is 2. Now, let's take a person with the same FTP of 200 watts, but the weight is 50 kilos. In this case, the power to weight ratio is 4. You get the point. So, if your FTP is 200 watts and your weight is 75 kilos, then power to weight ratio is 2.6 watts per kilogram. Now, just remember your magic number, and to understand what are the numbers for the pro cyclist, I will give you some examples. Searching on the internet, you will find different information. Some will say 6, some will say 7, but I'm going to follow the indication provided by Strava. According to them, there are 7 zones. First zone, active recovery. It can be used in between intervals and for recovery rides. Zone 2, endurance. Easy pace that you could ride all day long. Tempo, brisk pace that can be maintained for a few hours that requires concentration when riding alone. Zone 4, threshold. A conversation is difficult and concentration is required. VO2 max. Conversation in this zone is not possible and the pace can be maintained for 3 to 8 minutes. Zone 6, anaerobic. Extremely hard effort with severe leg sensations. Last zone, neuromuscular. This zone is used for sprinting between 1 and 20 seconds. Now, for improving your FTP, any ride in zone 2, 3 or 4 is going to do it. If you want to improve your FTP, you can do it also indoor. Using the Wahoo System app is very easy. You can create your own plan. Now you know what is FTP, how to find your FTP, and how to improve it. Thank you for watching, and till the next time, let's spin the wheels.